Yeah, that's right. The one who killed Sakura was Sakura.
My entire existence!
Okay, we're done here.
What did you say?
That's the whole truth. But there's still one thing I don't understand.
Come on.
Why did you try to cover up what happened? If the truth hadn't come to light, you could have died along with the rest of us.
Thinking?
And yet why did you do that?
Don't be mean.
We almost died.
What
You
is
are
this?
still a murderer, hero. You shut up. Because that's exactly what I wanted. I mean, the reason Sakura died is because all of you pushed her into a corner. You all killed her. So that's why.
You should have been the one to die.
Dude, I'll never look at any of you the same way again. I don't want to hang out with any of you anymore, except Kyoko. I couldn't let her be the only one that died.
What?
You don't mean you were going to take us all with you? We have to atone for our sins. Because everyone, even me, we all killed her. We all have to pay for our crimes. This is fucked up, dude.
What is this?
Then let me explain. Do you realize how much despair Sakura was carrying with her when she died? Look at this. Such brutality has made me desperate, so instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand. I found it on the ground in front of the rec room. It's Sakura's suicide note. Suicide note. Thinking back, I should have seen it coming. It was right after Genocide Jack had attacked me. Sakura got mad and stormed out of the nurse's office. I ran out after her and... Sakura, calm down. You don't have to worry about me. I can't calm down. I don't care if I suffer for this. It's my fault, after all. But now you're suffering because of me.
No forgiveness.
You tried to protect me, but because of me,
I can't forgive this.
my closest friend got hurt.
I...
This is all very depressing. Even removing the fact we didn't kill Byakuya. Because of me, all my friends are going to kill each other. This is all my responsibility. Sakura thought she was responsible. She thought everything was her fault, which is why she wanted to find a way to get everyone to forgive her. So she asked to meet with them. You asked to meet with those three? You can't. Don't you see how dangerous that is? Don't worry, I just want to talk to them.
But,
Talk about what? Listen, don't do it. If they all gang up on you at once, it would have not been remotely fair. She would have crushed them.
Hina.
Please don't think of things like that. They're not my enemy.
They're friends.
Sakura. She clearly believed in all of us. And then multiple people tried to kill her. That's so fucked up, dude. She was actually trying to fix the situation, and then she, within the span of minutes, had multiple attempted murders made. If you just talked to her, you would have understood she was a friend to all of us. And yet...
why?
Dude, that's so fucked up. You trampled all over her feelings, and then you did the unthinkable. Dog.
What are you saying?
Don't stand there and call it a misunderstanding. She believed in you, and you wouldn't even listen to what she had to say. Without asking a single question, you tried to kill her.
I won't forgive you.
Do you have any idea how desperate she was seeing you act like that? That's what her suicide note means. So instead of just waiting to be killed, I'll do it by my own hand.
Why?
That's how far you'd pushed her.
Huh?
What happened to you?
Hina.
You came. I'll help you out.
Hina.
Huh?
I'm so glad I got to meet you. What's wrong? Why are you talking like that?
I have a favor to ask.
Huh?
Some protein.
Can I ask you to Yeah, you got it. Just hang on. That was the last conversation I had with her. I went to the chem lab to get the protein she'd asked for. When I got there, I saw the powder. That's when I realized. I saw that someone had taken something from the poison shelf. So I ran back to the rec room as fast as I could. But by the time I got there, it was already too late.
Please.
Please open the door.
Why? Why?
Why did she have to die? She had weaknesses just like any other person. If she got cut, she bled. If someone hurt her, she felt it. That's weakness. That's normal. And yet,
Why?
you all blamed her. I tried to protect her, and I suffered for it, and that just added to the weight she had to carry. And I didn't even realize it. We killed her. All of us. We pushed her into a corner, and we murdered her.
Why?
People like us shouldn't be allowed to live. And that's why you tried to lead us astray. You did your best to make us arrive at the wrong conclusion during the trial. Sakura died hating all of us. I don't think that's true, actually. I wanted to be free of her regrets. But even that got found out. In the end, I wasn't able to do anything for her. But I'll never look at any of you the same way again now. I could never face her after this.
Hey!
Sorry to interrupt, but when you're about to deliver the final tearjerker, but it's just taking so long. I'm about to fall asleep. Do you really have any idea what Sakura was actually thinking when she died?
What is this?
What did you say? Everything you just said is nothing but your interpretation, right? Your own opinion on what her suicide note meant.
What are you saying?
Of course I know what she was thinking, because hear me.
In other words,
Well, what I'm really trying to say is...
yes, indeed.
Don't you think the entire foundation is shaky? Are we about to have a touching moment from Monokuma? What if it was really like this?
What the heck?
What is that?
Of course.
Isn't it obvious?
Yep.
A suicide note. Sakura's suicide note. But Hina already... Oh, I wrote that one. It was all me, baby.
It's
What?
true.
This is the one Sakura addressed to Hina and put in her room. What? Then you lied to me?
Unbelievable.
Don't say lie. It makes it sound so dirty. I just thought I'd liven things. What the fuck? I thought the one thing we could rely on was not Monokuma fucking with things.
Well now.
I can't help if you
now.
totally look like my little scribbles at face value. I didn't even have Sakura's signature on it. You filthy little... I'm not filthy. I didn't do anything. Did I falsify evidence? Did I affect the outcome of the class trial? No, to be fair. The case played out between you and you alone. You were the ones jerking each other around. Heck, even if the will had factored in, it still would have been between you guys. He's not wrong. This is all part of the production process. And scene cut. So then, what did she write?
What are you gonna do?
I'm glad you asked. For your benefit, I shall read it using my melodic, angelic, harmonic narrator voice.
Hey!
But you know, haven't you ever been curious about the whole suicide note thing? Who came up with the idea of leaving a note when you kill yourself in the first
But
place?
hold on.
And isn't it just so unfortunate? Killing yourself is just so final, you know. You can never hear the rest of their story. The truth is lost in darkness. Gives me the willies.
Enough already.
Could you get on with it, please?
Yes, indeed.
Talk about a buzzkill. Alright, here we go. My good friend, Hina, there's something I have to tell you. I hate to do it like this, but you need to know. This is my final wish.
As you know, I've been giving information to the one who's imprisoned you here.
It was our first night in this strange school that the mastermind came to see
You
me.
see, the mastermind took control of my family's dojo and demanded I become their tool.
You might not see the importance of a dojo, but my family has watched over it for 300
I
years.
couldn't let it be destroyed under my watch. So even if it meant my own life, I had to protect it. That's how I saw things.
However, that was my greatest weakness. Why is only half of it voiced? And because of that, I made the mistake of giving in to the
What
mastermind.
the mastermind wanted from me was nothing less than murder.
They were probably worried that until the first murder had happened, nothing would move forward. But neither the mastermind nor I expected the incident involving Sayaka. At that point, the plan changed. The mastermind told me to hold off, to wait until we reached another stalemate.
However, as I lived here with all of you, as I lived here with Hina, my resolve began to weaken.
Watching everyone fight with such despair, trying so desperately to stay alive, I saw the weakness in my own heart, the mistake of succumbing to the mastermind. And more than anything,
I cannot betray those who would call me their friend.
that's how I came to feel. So that's why.
I've made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
Of course, because of that, I decided to reveal her secret, which made everyone else hate her. Her decision to stay true to all of you led directly to all of you hating her for it. Ironic, isn't it? Or maybe oxymoronic. Or just moronic?
Of course, I understand if you all hate me. All of this is because of my own weakness.
I'm perfectly willing to accept whatever attack you may want to make on me.
So this is my atonement for betraying you. That's what I had in mind.
But unfortunately, that's not enough. This won't end with just me accepting your hatred.
My own situation has started having an effect on more people than just me. Which is exactly what the mastermind wanted when they revealed my betrayal.
My betrayal brought suspicion, disharmony. The mastermind knew that eventually it would escalate into someone murdering someone else.
Of course, I'm still responsible for that as well.
I have an obligation to get this situation under control. And to fulfill that obligation, I've decided to do as the mastermind has commanded. I will do as I was told and commit murder. I was fucking right at the start.
But I've decided the one I'm going to kill is myself.
Always trust your gut. If the mastermind demands that I kill someone, then that someone will be me. Then my dojo will be safe, and above all else, none of you will have to kill anyone. When I die, the source of conflict among you all dies with me. I don't know if that's true. For that, I'm willing to give up my
If it
life.
can save you, then sacrificing my own life could have no greater meaning.
The problem is that everybody decided to act in the most disgusting way possible.
Whatever you think of me, please know that you are all my most treasured friends.
I've never had people like you in my life.
Huh?
Then Sakura didn't feel cornered. She didn't die hating us.
No way!
She wanted to stop us from fighting, to protect us. But now I will always think of you all as murderers. Attempted murder is just murder.
Correct.
She didn't end her own life because she was weak. Quite the opposite, in fact. She was strong. Too strong. That's why she killed herself. She chose death for herself in order to protect the rest of us. And look how you all acted. To sacrifice so much, no normal person could do that.
However,
It was only her limitless strength that made it possible. I don't really like the way that this topic is being covered.
Finally, Hina, I want to apologize
This
to you
is
especially.
getting a little close to suicide ideation. I'm not... Like, I get the intent isn't that. but it's pretty close. I don't really like the way that this topic is being covered. Much how I didn't like the way that Chihiro's gender was being covered. I suppose what can I expect from a game this old? Finally, Hina, I want to apologize to you especially. The reason I didn't tell you any of this is because I knew you would try to stop me. I'm really, truly sorry, but please don't be sad. If I can thwart the Mastermind's plan, if I can keep you from killing each other, that's enough for me. This is the path I have chosen. This is the only way I have left to distinguish myself. And you can use this note to bring the class trial to a quick end. I'm so sorry to ask you to do something so unpleasant, but I have to leave the rest to you. So that's why Monokuma hid it. But please, talk to Byakuya, Toko, and Hiro on my behalf. I can't tell anyone about my plan while I'm alive, but I want you to understand why I'm doing this. In the end, though, I hope to show myself through actions and not words. Hopefully then they'll see.
I never saw you as my enemy. You were only ever my friend, who I wanted to help as much as possible.
Fuck.
Hina, whatever it takes, survive. Survive along with everyone else. No matter what, just survive.
But...
This is... I don't understand how she felt. Not at all. I thought we were close and still...
What are you gonna do?
In the end, all her meddling was like... totally pointless. She died, so you guys wouldn't try to kill each other, but you almost ended up doing it anyway. Thanks to you, her death had no purpose at all. In fact, it was because of her stupid meddling that the rest of you nearly bit the big one.
Too bad.
She deserves all the blame. Everyone blame her. Go ahead, she deserves it. Now then, the next victim has been decided. What do you mean?
Huh?
First of all, you're in the wrong for tricking Hina with that fake suicide note. And plus, Sakura's death wasn't a waste. Nah, he's got a point, though.
Say what?
Though he helped to create part of the problem. Because she made us remember, we're not enemies that hate each other. What the fuck did I do? Okay. We're friends who need to work together. I will never trust any of them except for Kyoko again.
You know?
I will never trust you, especially. This is all because of our misplaced hatred.
Well,
I don't blame her, I can't blame her, and nobody else blame Hina either. Right. Cool, bro. You're still a murderer to me. Waha! Whether or not there was a spy never really mattered, because the one we need to destroy is you, nobody else.
What? What do you want?
What the heck? That's not how this is supposed to go. Anyway, are you sure about that? This killing game is a competition between all of you, remember? Your enemy is each other. He's absolutely right about that. God, I'd love nothing more than if Toko or Byakuya killed each other.
Phew.
Ah, lovely Byakuya, you understand, don't you? This is a life or death elimination match. The only way to survive is to win. There can be no doubt those are the rules of the game. Which is why I am bowing out of the game. Huh?
naturally.
Sakura and Hina were both willing to sacrifice their own lives to deny the reality of the game. Thanks to them, it would appear others have cast aside their fear for this
Don't
game.
make me repeat myself.
There's no point in participating in a game that has lost that sense of excitement. Which is why I will no longer be participating in it.
What?
What's going on here? Now, I only have one thing to look forward to.
It's all clear.
And that is to heap the harshest possible punishment onto the one who thinks they can control me. Byakuya does this mean? Don't misunderstand. I haven't been moved by some thoughtless sentimentalism, if that's what you're thinking. Whenever Master goes, I will go, and if the mastermind turns out to be a guy, maybe I can catch on fire. Okay.
Hey,
Well, now can you say Sakura's death had no meaning? This is all very touching and all, but like, realistically... Attempted murder and murder should be the same crime. How boring. But nothing good can come of this. I'm still gonna be the one having the fun.
What the heck?
The fun time. Anyway, let's forget about that good-for-nothing backstabber and get back on track.
You want me to
It's the
punish you
moment you've all been
guys?
waiting. What?
What?
But Sakura was technically the killer, right? You're not gonna...
Wrong.
Oh, heavens no. Just because the blackened is dead doesn't mean I can just sub in whoever old student I want. Didn't I tell you? I'm very particular, so you're just gonna, like, mutilate her body?
Listen up.
I spent so much time preparing my special punishment, it'd be a shame.
Yoo-hoo!
A special guest? A special guest?
Let's give it.
Of course. You suck, man. You turned him into a mangled hunk of junk. That really took it out of me. Maybe I'll go grill up a plate of chicken. After all, they say for post-workout grub, chicken's where it's at, and I'm all about that grilled goodness. Fried, broiled, give me a break. The color, the smell, the succulence, grilled is where it's at.
So,
Yeah,
but,
yeah,
but
yep, I know. I know. Alter Ego's words raced through my heart and soul, and my disbelief gave way to raw anger. The truth turned to fury, black and muddy and boiling over. It bubbled through my body, quickly overflowing and shooting out of my mouth. How dare you? That was my friend. How dare you kill him?
What's the matter?
You were friends with a laptop? That's pretty pathetic. What's next? Friends with a basketball? Shut the hell up. He wasn't just a laptop, he was my friend. And you killed him. Is this what you call animism? Where your soul dwells within all things? Like, even laptops? Well, you can call it whatever you want. Bottom line is it got in my way and it was trying to find things out all sneaky.
just as I thought.
So you finally noticed him.
Actually.
Finally? No, I knew about it from the very beginning. I knew Chihiro was doing something with the laptop, and I knew you were using it to analyze data. I knew exactly how it was all going to play out from the start. This is not surprising.
What are you thinking?
You knew and you were still cocky enough to let us take the plunge.
Yep.
Well, I mean, the data in that laptop, it was, I guess you could call it a gift from me to you. Or maybe more like a reward, in honor of you being able to unlock something so difficult.
Hey,
So of course I didn't care if you got access to that. But sneaking into the network was just too personal. So I had to do a little, reformatting.
I want to be able to help.
Yeah. Alter Ego wanted to fight for us. He wanted to help at the risk of his own life. And for that, he was killed. Yeah, the punishment time has made me feel 1,000,000,000 times better.
very nice.
Experiencing a meaningless death is so soothing. It makes me remember that every low can get even lower. His death wasn't meaningless either. Everybody who's died so far, the deaths of each and every one of our friends, makes us stronger. I swear to God, someday you will pay for this. Holy moly, you're super mad. Like, just unreasonably upset.
Well,
Okay, time to bring things to a close. Oh, but before that, I need to read the postscript.
what?
Postscript?
Yep.
Yep, there's still a bit more left of Sakura's note. Did I have your attention? Okay, then here we go. Prepare your ears for the dulcet tones of yours truly. One other thing, Hina. There's something I'd like you to tell the others. Hopefully it will act as a clue to help you unravel the mystery of the school.
Hina.
I've spoken with the mastermind off and on the whole time I've been here, so I've learned one thing, which is the mastermind has done something to us. I think what they've done is... Oopsie daisy, that was a close one, another word, and we would be hip deep in spoiler territory.
Too bad.
Okay, I don't want to ruin the surprise, so book club is dismissed for today. You can't just stop at the most important bit. It makes your brain rumble and tumble, huh? Makes you so mad you don't even friggin' know, huh?
You guys.
That's the whole point, stupid. It's to get back at you for all hardening your resolve. At least Sakura's note. Like I'd ever let any of you greaseballs have it. But,
Too bad.
sucks for you, loser. Wait, what's this?
What?
What is it now?
What?
There's one last line. And let me just say this to the mastermind. I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you, you bastard, no matter what. And that's seriously it. What a stubborn loser, huh? She won't lay down and die. Well, what? Are we in a simulation? She knows she's gonna get out of the simulation. Whatever. I'm out of here. You guys should try to get some rest, you know? Maybe even take some time to reconsider how you approach this school life. Are you sure you don't want to graduate? Can you really cut free from the regrets of the outside world? Think about that. Think long and hard. Those were his parting words to us before disappearing. But what was all that all about? Sakura's final message, her last clue to help us solve the mystery. Did something to us? Kyoko said something like that before, didn't she? It was after Celeste's trial was over. Mm-hmm.
You. Who? Hey.
Mm-hmm. The mastermind did something to our bodies. What are they saying the mastermind did? What did the mastermind do to us? I mean, did the mastermind plant a bomb in us or something? Okay. If we try to leave the school, a sensor goes off, and the bomb explodes. I've seen stuff like that in movies and comics and stuff, so it's not totally unheard of. My man is out here watching, like, fucking Mission Impossible, and then being like, dude, that was a true story. That could happen. No, I feel awful just thinking about it. I can't afford to acknowledge thoughts like that.
Yo.
So the class trial is over and Monokuma's gone.
What?
Now what do we do?
Yes.
What else is there other than head back up? Oh yeah, let's get out of here. Dial back that ego a bit, girl. The kind of mystery someone like you could pose is absolutely no threat, he said, being stupid.
Not possible.
I would never have lost to that kind of challenge. But you did. What are you talking about? Kyoko and Makoto are the ones who figured everything out.
Stop talking.
Shut up. I'm sorry. Hello again, my son. How many times do you plan to apologize? How about you make that the last one? I haven't reached a point where I need someone apologizing to me more than once.
Sorry.
I see what you mean. Then, I'll try. That totally wasn't normal, right? Did she just capture his flag?
No, 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 no!
I cannot suffer the existence of someone who would disturb the romance between me and Master. What are you talking about? That's absolutely not what's happening. Why would I ever go for a sleazeball like him?
What did you say?
Sleazeball? Yeah. That's right, I called you a sleazeball, because you are. Apparently you still have a death wish. More biting sarcasm. No wonder you don't have any friends.
No, 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 no!
Stop fighting with Master. You're making me jealous. I want the abusive give and take. Okay. Guess it's not so easy for everyone to act like friends. That's just how it is for now. Dude, that was so fucked up. And so Sakura's class trial came to an end and we returned to the world of Hope's Peak Academy. But the story wasn't even close to over. Time kept marching on. We all went back to our rooms, and before long, night snuck upon us.
As such, soon the door. Okay then.
Nighttime descended and pulled me down along with it down into sleep. I couldn't remember the last time I'd fallen into such a deep sleep. But the night still wasn't over for me. A voice. I could hear a voice. What? Wake up. Huh? The voice dragged me from the deep slumber into half-consciousness. My eyelids were like lead.
Kyoko?
Yes, it's me.
Huh? Kyoko?
I said yes.
So Kyoko's here.
Wait, what?
In a flash, I was wide awake. What are you doing here?
It's true.
I'm here to wake you up. Oh, I see. But my door, it was unlocked. You're unbelievably careless. Are you serious?
Hey.
Always. And you don't have to overreact like that every time you're surprised. What time is it?
Correct.
3 o'clock in the morning, of course. 3 a.m. Why was Kyoko waking me up at this hour? What happened? Why is auto turned on? What's responsible for that? Stop. Wait, has it stopped? Has it gone away? What's your favor?
So...
No, it has not. Hey, what's the keybinds real quick? No. Over here. Controls. Sorry. Auto mode, space key. There we go. Remember what Sakura said at the end of her note? I'm not going to just lay down and die. I will fight you. I want to find out what she meant by that. How do you plan to do that? Then Kyoko put her lips next to my ear and whispered. The data center on the 4th floor. What?
Goodbye.
I'll meet you there. Without another word, she was gone. Her words reverberated through my half-dazed head. Data center. But I thought it was locked. Did Sakura break the door before she died? I made my way into the after-hours school, once again strictly following that no out at nighttime rule. Eventually I wound up at the data center, but when I arrived... Oh, it's weird, she said she'd meet me. Maybe she's inside. It didn't open. Must be locked. What was it Kyoko said? The data center on the 4th floor.
What's this?
What are you doing up here, mister? Breaking into a locked room is strictly prohibited. Well, You're trying to tell me you didn't actually bust in yet, right? But I can see that, you dolt. Don't waste my time telling me crap I can see for myself. It looked like you might break in any second, so I just thought I'd give you a friendly reminder. Or are you gonna try and tell me you were sleepwalking? Nothing like that. It's 3 o'clock in the morning, for crying out loud. Even I get tired, you know. Stop being weird and go back to bed. What's wrong now?
Just a second.
Why are you out here making a racket? Now you two. The two of you just go back to bed. I'm positively exhausted.
It's true.
Sure, you got it. Go on, Makoto. Let's head back. What?
Hey,
Didn't you hear me? We're leaving. I have no idea what's going on
Shall we
anymore.
go?
Don't worry about it. Let's just go. Yeah, go. Get out of here. Shoot. So we left and went back to our rooms. And then...
goodbye.
Hold on. What was all that just about? She woke me up, made me go to the data center, which just so happened to be locked, and then she shows up late and we leave without checking a single thing. What was the point of all that?
Whew.
Don't worry about it. I figured that would be the end of our conversation, but...
Goodbye.
Good night. Sure. And then that was over. So as I turned to leave...
Mukuro Ikusaba.
Makoto was right next to me once again, whispering into my ear.
Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair.
Oh.
Watch out for her.
So there's just another student we haven't met? There's just a person that's been hiding from us this whole time, and no one's seen them. That's exciting.
Mukuro Ikusaba. Mukuro Ikusaba. The 16th student, lying hidden somewhere in this school. The one they call the ultimate despair. Watch out for her.
So, several questions. First off, how the fuck do you know this person? Secondarily, where the fuck have they been hiding? I guess they've probably been in that hidden room, haven't they? They must be the one that was wearing the lucha mask? That's the only other, like, unaccounted for entity at this point. That's looking a little loud over there. Hold on, let me just turn that microphone down. There we go, that looks more normal. Like, I guess it was the person in the lucha mask. We've seen everyone else that we know of. That was 3 days before the next incident. Well, at least it's nice to know when it'll happen. Gives you something to look forward to, you know? Oh. That's not what I expected to see. The jacket they're wearing is a little weird. As soon as I saw it, it kind of reminded me of Mondo's brother. Because he was wearing a white version of Mondo's jacket, right? Though, presumably, that's not him, but... You know, that's what it made me think of. They weren't wearing that... Well, they weren't even wearing the coat. It was more draped over the top of them. In the meantime, the day after Sakura's class trial, that morning, in the dining hall. So let's begin the usual post-trial investigation. Hey, you don't make small talk or anything. We never get just straight to the point like that. If you want to keep up with me, you must refrain from pointless small talk. I have no desire to interact with you, so I'll take my time. Jeez, how high is that horse of yours?
Well?
He just acts like that to hide his own insecurities. That's what I like to think, anyway. Regardless, if you want to defeat the mastermind, you need to follow my lead. Ah, fuck you. You got dunked on like 15 minutes ago. They creep around the school like a mouse, but under the mastermind's pride is as bloated as a cow's udder. Right.
In the name of my family.
And no matter what it takes, I will rid this world of them.
Huh?
Hey, Toko, you've been pretty quiet. Man, you're so boring right now. You just sit there like a mushroom. Gonna start calling you Miss Mushroom. That's just a weird thing to pick.
What's your deal?
She didn't snap back at you. Her talking makes things difficult, so I told her not to open her mouth without permission. Guys, this has gone too far. We have to do something about this Byakuya situation. It's getting out of hand. But if she can't open her mouth, she can't eat or drink water. I don't care. To be fair, neither do I, but...
How about that?
You're okay with that? Jeez, how low is that rock you're hiding under? I believe this is the small talk Byakuya warned us against.
Come on.
And yet, I let myself get involved. Yeah, Byakuya, you fucking loser. Look at you. You can't even follow your own rules. God, this guy. But it is now finished. I will never again allow you to drag me down to your level again. God,
Let's go.
Oh, when Byakuya dies, I'm gonna be so fucking happy. He better die. The worst possible circumstances, Byakuya finds a way to live. We're going to begin our search. Stop running your mouths and start moving your legs. Pressured by an obviously irritated Byakuya, we all started our exploration. For some reason. Alright. We gotta go all the way up to the top. All the way up. Where's the staircase? Over there. Alright. What have we got today? Oh. So here I am, on the 5th floor of Hope's Peak Academy. The 5th floor has been opened up to us, and it's totally different from all the floors we've seen up until now. For some reason, it feels unpleasant. Really? Looks fine to me. In fact, this is probably the nicest floor we've seen so far. So what have we got? Classroom, classroom, classroom. Another laboratory, I guess? What a shame that Sakura died right before we could get to the dojo. And then garden. Why have we got so many fucking labs, dude? We got the fucking physics lab, the chem lab, and now we've got who knows what. Guys, Monokuma. You gotta stop being horny on main. I can't even read that properly. Nighttime secrets, of course. No. More. Stomp stomp. He's so dirty. Fucking... So much for the pristine image of the school. Catch me if you can. Wait up. I'm gonna punish you. Gross. Does she want to talk to me about something? I think she just needs a little more and I might get it. I'm sorry, but I have no idea what it is you're trying to tell me. She just let her shoulders drop. She looks so sad. I guess she gave up. To be honest, that interaction was a lot better than all the previous ones, but Jesus Christ, guys, it's still getting a little out of hand here. Dojo time. Wow. Amazing. No lockers? Okay. What Kyoko told me yesterday. What the heck did it mean? She was fairly explicit in what it meant. I just want to know how she knows.
The 16th student, lying hidden, the one they call watch out for.
They straight up showed us that scene, like, 3 times in, like, less than 20 minutes if you were playing constantly. I'm not going to say anything. I can't say anything. Her gaze darted up to the surveillance camera.
Hey.
You understand, right? Why, right? She was trying to tell me that whatever it was important. The mastermind couldn't find out. But how did Kyoko get her hands on information that could be that important?
So then...
We're finished here. She made it very clear that our conversation had come to an end. And just like usual, I didn't understand anything. Maybe the 16th student has been hiding, like, in the monitor room. And that's why I have something else to look at. And that's why, like, she knows. That's why she wanted to go up there at, like, 3 in the morning. Because she caught him somehow. I don't know. I don't know why I'm thinking about it. The target seems pretty far away. Gotta say, pretty proud of my eyesight. Okay. Suit of armor. It's extremely Japanese. Yes. As far as I'm aware, we're in Japan. It probably would be. Shouldn't there be something here? This looks like an empty sword stand. Drum. It's a straw post used for sword practice. Oh, it is. I guess not. I'm stupid. Did they use it for training here, too? Alright. What else? The trees. Wait, there is a locker. There's a bunch of wooden lockers in here. The wooden lockers and keys remind me of super old school public bathhouses. Nothing else. Those are all pretty explicitly numbered. That seems like it's going to be important. Even though this room is totally enclosed, there's a cherry tree planted here and it's in full bloom.
Hey.
There's multiple. It's quite elegant. This is what you consider elegant? Well, that's not a particularly unusual opinion.
Indeed.
I lived overseas for a long time, so this kind of Japanese-style scenery is refreshing. But considering our situation, isn't it kind of out of place? Who gives a shit, dude? Who gives a shit? Oh, there's something up there? No, that's just the monitor again. Do I want to talk to her again? Okay. Did I just click no by accident? I'm stupid. I thought it wouldn't let me out. Wait, what's this one? Ah. Huh. Well. This is quite exotic. What is this? This thing is super weird, super creepy. Flowers aren't supposed to get this big. Is this thing real?
Watch out!
What? That's a Monokuma Flower. I came up with the name myself. Try and touch it and you're in for some real excitement. Your heart's all like, whoa, and the plant's all like, snap, and your flesh is all like, bleh, I'm dead. In other words, it's a monstrosity. It's pretty frickin' amazing, if I do say so myself. A student at Hope's Peak added improvement after improvement and created this miracle creature. The ultimate botanist, although they don't go here anymore. They died during the tragedy.
Actually,
By the way, despite how it looks, that flower is super practical. It can eat paper, plastic, and even people. This is way too explicit to not be important. So it's totally good for the environment.
well,
Such,
done.
such an eco-friendly creation is vital for future growth of a healthy society. Not that I'd know anything about that myself. Alright, so the plant dissolves things. Well, remember that. Spouting more and more nonsense, Monokuma eventually disappeared. Whatever it is, I'd better keep my distance. Interesting. Got points for it? I thought those came off of, like, optional things. That's some kind of control panel. Does it control the air conditioning or something? It's for the sprinklers. Sprinklers. Yeah, it controls the sprinklers in the garden. The sprinklers are set to go off every morning. Hold on, I need a bit of paper. Hold on. That one's beyond salvation. We need new paper. We have new paper. There's no way this isn't important. He's giving us an exact time. 7:30 a.m. every morning, yes. A.m. Spring. Cool. Time. Gotcha. There's no way that's not important. Of course, the setting panel is locked, so you couldn't change it if you wanted to. Panel is locked. So that means... Oh, wait. So that means the sprinklers go off at 7:30 a.m. every morning? Yep, you got it. It's super user-friendly, which sucks. What? So if you get here too early, you'll get drenched. So watch yourself. But you're not a little kid, right? You're not too old. You're too old to go running through sprinklers anyway. But do you have some kind of water fetish? I'm gonna tell everyone. Cool. Is this a chicken coop? It's not got one side. Oh, I guess maybe there's a mesh there. What's a chicken coop doing here? Oh shit, look at those JPEGs. This place even has chickens, huh? They're just regular chickens, right? Like they don't eat people or lay bombs instead of eggs or something crazy. Seems safe. How you doing, guys? Yep. Can I interact with all of them? Okay. Uh-huh. Second form. Okay, dude. Alright, well. Interesting. Oh, you like chickens too, Makoto? Fuck yeah. Yeah, I love those little guys. They're seriously cute, right? And that's exactly 5. Exactly. 5 chickies. Exactly. 5. You know, the number that comes after 4 and before 6, at least in terms of natural numbers. Anyway, when the number 5 pops up, that's a good omen. It contains the mysteries of the cosmos.
I'm at least 30%
It's a
right.
number of power, a refreshing number on par with hand-squeezed all-natural lemonade. Right. He never lets me get a word in edgewise. But that's okay. Just to be sure, I should take a look around in that tool shed. Guys, there's a few murder weapons in here. This place seems totally disorganized. From a lawnmower to fertilizer, flower pots to farm pots. This is like, what are your standards for organization? Everything is neatly stacked up and categorized. And leaning against the wall, is that a pickaxe? Crazy diamond. Hold up. Crazy. Wait, I think I've seen that. I feel like I've seen Crazy Diamond somewhere. Pick. Axe. Crazy Diamond. That sounds really familiar. Yeah, okay, I'm not crazy. Where did Crazy Diamond show up? I remember... It stood out to me at the time, but I don't think I said anything, because in my head I was like, oh yeah, Diamond is unbreakable. I remember thinking that not long ago. I don't know. I don't remember. Why am I fucking pixel hunting? There are different kinds of gardening tools here. Are they trying to get us to become self-sufficient? I believe that was the point of this escapade. There's a lawnmower here. Even with this, who's actually going to take care of the lawn? I ain't going on that fucking lawn. There's fucking fly traps everywhere. I'm going to get devoured. There's also no camera in here. So many flower pots. Big ones are the ones any size you need. Maybe I'll grow some flowers to put in my room. You fucking dweeb. Is that it? Nope, under there. Bags of fertilizer are piled up, and there's so many different kinds to choose from. Yeah, there's exactly 3. That's quite a lot. Like, my man said this is disorganized. Yo, have you been in many tool sheds, dude? This is immaculate. Is there anything else out here? That's just that, yep. Alright, wanna talk?
Yo.
At first I thought I saw blue skies, but turns out they're just painted the walls of the ceiling.
No?
But the plants are all real. It's been a while since I've smelled vegetation. It helps me relax. And that's not what you're thinking, is it? What? Don't you get it? Don't you realize the true horror of plant life? I hope he's not about to tell us another harrowing story like the Borgor. It's there, just beneath the surface, beneath their calm exterior. They're always watching. And waiting. And when they decide they can't leave us in charge of Earth anymore,
The end is nigh.
they'll put their plan for global human extinction into action. Okay, dude.
Well,
I'm serious! We're leaving now. Alright, time to check out the other lab. I gotta check the classroom. Isn't this the first floor that's had 3 classrooms on it? Oh! What's been going on in here? The grotesque horror of the room struck me hard and fast. That's how they get you. They make you go into like 12 identical classrooms and then suddenly, bam. What I saw was bad enough, but what I smelled, it was sour, pungent, impossibly rank.
I see.
It smells awful, doesn't it? It must be at least vaguely familiar to you. After all, you've been around your fair share of corpses. Are you saying it's the smell of death, their flesh and fat and blood? There was no surprise in his voice, no shock. But he was right, I had experienced the smell before more than once. There's no way it smells the same. All of the corpses we have seen have been like hours old. It was the smell of death and despair. But the smell here is strong, condensed. It's the smell of a battlefield. Monokuma must have...
Hey, come
What?
on now.
My fault? Again? Stop trying to blame everything on me. If you hadn't done what you did, this never would have happened. No, no, no. It's quite the opposite. The opposite?
Now then.
Yep. Let me give you an itty-bitty, eeky-squeaky little hint. As far as this room goes, I don't know a thing. I just left it exactly how I found it. What?
Yes, indeed.
How's that for a hint? Better than those stupid hints you get from NPCs in those mean old RPGs. But it's pretty scary, huh? Blood all over the walls and junk. Of course, even in the outside world, people die bloody, gruesome deaths every day.
I can't wait. I can't wait.
So it's not really a big deal. Just keep your chin up and keep on living, soldier. What's he talking about? He just left it the way he found it? So is this the tragedy? An eye for an eye. That did come up not that long ago. Damn, we don't want to look at that? Really? There's blood all over the place. I want to shut my eyes forever against such a ghastly sight. It appears all the bloodstains are dry. Blood isn't that red when it dries. And their color has changed as well. I think it's safe to assume these stains are considerably old. This is all really blood. It's still like... I guess, you know, it's just that, like, blood dries really, really dark. Of course, I wouldn't find it interesting otherwise. And it is interesting, I assure you. What on earth happened in this classroom? You know... I've got a hunch. Now, this is only my working theory, but I suspect murder occurred in here. It seems like he's enjoying himself. No way I can keep up with someone like that. There are white chalk outlines drawn over the floor. How many bodies were there? They don't do this, by the way, because that's contaminating the crime scene. That's why whenever you see, like, any kind of, like, true crime thing, they don't do a chalk outline. They just put one of those little yellow cards next to it with a number on it. I've seen this kind of thing on detective shows and stuff like that. Yeah, not accurate ones, though. They don't do this. This is like a Hollywood thing. You always see it at the scene of a murder in a movie. I wish I could say I don't believe it. I watch a lot of true crime stuff, alright? I fucking love murder and mysteries and crimes. They're fascinating, always. Especially the unsolved ones. They really tingle you, you know? Who was Mr. Zodiac, ma'am? They had that cipher that the Zodiac killer left. They actually solved that not that long ago, and it said basically nothing. It was in no way illuminating. Byakuya, about what Monokuma just told us. It's like I'm not even here. He must be lost in thought. Is he really thinking that hard, or is it just flat out ignoring me? I feel like I'd be pretty distracted if I was in this room as well, to be fair. This also has no handles, it looks like. That might have been all of them, actually. Alright, well, that's cool. Man, I gotta play fucking Yakuza, but I'm more interested in playing this, because I love me a mystery, alright? This raw. I just love mystery stuff, you know? If there's like a true crime thing on, I'll watch it every way. Crimes are fascinating. We came all this way just to be denied here. Biolab. Kind of sounds like something out of an old cheesy horror movie. And it's got Raw written on it as well. Once again, nothing. I need to head back to the dining hall. I'm probably gonna... I've decided that at this point I'm definitely gonna play the other 2 games as well. Because, man, like, man... I think this might be an English thing, to be honest with you. I don't know anybody from England that doesn't fucking love crime shows. Everybody I know in England fucking loves them. There's just something about us as a people, I guess, where we're just really drawn to incredibly depressing things. But, I mean, we do live in England, so that shouldn't be surprising. We were born in the Depression, raised by it, shaped by it. There's never been a more depressing country, I can tell you firsthand. One after another, everyone made their way to the dining hall, and before too long, it would appear everyone has returned. But still, it's just the 6 of us. That's barely enough for a decent volleyball team. Oh, you're not wrong, but...
Just a second.
Don't be a sourpuss, we gotta think positive. Besides, even if one more person dies, we can still field a basketball team. That's like reverse positive thinking. Anyway, there's no time to be depressed. For everyone, you know, considering like several of you attempted murder yesterday, and one of you attempted like essentially the closest you can get to like being a serial killer in this setting, you're all remarkably cheerful today. For the best of everyone we've lost, we have to do our best. Can we stop all this group hug nonsense? We need to find out what was discovered. Was there a staircase on that floor? There wasn't, right? That was the top floor?
Yeah.
I checked all the windows on the 5th floor, but front to back. That used to be kind of Sakura's job, but anyway, no dice. All the metal plates, on all the windows, just like everywhere else.
Correct.
Which means no chance of escape on the 5th floor.
So,
But when I was looking around, I realized something about the layout of the school. What exactly did you notice?
Just a second.
You took a good look around the 5th floor yourself, didn't you? Why do you ask?
So then,
Because if you did, you must have noticed the 5th floor is lacking something every other floor has. A staircase. A stairs? There aren't any stairs leading up from the 5th floor. Does that mean the 5th floor is the end?
correct.
We're finally starting to get a bit clear picture of this school. All that's left now is to solve the underlying mystery. But that's the hardest part.
okay.
Even if it's hard, we still gotta do it. Yeah, Hina's right. Everything will be okay as long as we work together. I'm sure we'll make it out of this. No, I'm sure we absolutely will make it out, no matter what it takes. Sure thing, buddy.
Hey,
My concern is with the biolab. That was the only place on the 5th floor that we couldn't access. Biolab, huh? I wonder what's in there. If this were like a cliche horror game, it'd be some kind of creature, the final boss, or tyrant. That's a Resident Evil reference. Or,
But
we're not in a horror game, though, that you know of. Either way, we don't need to worry about it at the moment. Don't bother thinking about something that can't be understood, no matter how much you think about it. Your tiny brains can only do so much, so focus on utilizing them efficiently.
well,
He said getting demolished yesterday. I don't really like how you said it, but what you said is probably right.
What?
No, how I said it is right too. Okay, dude. It's like... Byakuya acts like... He kind of acts like Sherlock Holmes does in most interpretations if he had all charm also just stripped from his body. Like, Holmes usually has this kind of air of being, like, above everyone else, right? But he's also not just a giant undulating cunt. But Byakuya, you know, let's just do that, you know? Let's just try and be the least charming person we possibly can be. By the way, did any of you find it? The other strange room on the 5th floor? Well, no, strange is a massive understatement. The smell of flesh and fat and blood. The white outlines of countless corpses. 1, 2, 3, 4. There's somewhere off screen, but there's definitely countable. Byakuya can't count above 4, guys. It was more dreadful than anything I've encountered here so far. What the hell are you talking about? The smell itself was horrific, far beyond any normal murder scene. Everybody's smell concentrated. God, I'm glad I didn't see it. How did you miss it? I feel like I'm gonna barf just hearing you describe it. But I mean, what the hell happened in that room?
So in other words,
You know, I guess, actually, I thought we were in Japan. I guess we must not be. That definitely looked more like an American classroom. America, bad. I could only think of one thing. A large group of people died right there in that room. Wow! He's cracked the case. What a fucking god. A bunch of people were killed in there. Stop. I'm gonna throw up.
It can't be.
Perhaps that was what was meant by the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. Like, if... While obviously tragic, like, there better have been a lot more than just that for it to be the biggest, most awful, and most tragic event. Because we're looking at, like, 7 murders. Like, that's not that much in the grand scheme of things, you know. Obviously, still bad, but not the biggest, most awful bad. That's the only thing that's like, because I saw that, I'm immediately like, oh, the tragedy. But they really were bigging up the tragedy, weren't they? Is the tragedy really just going to be like 7 deaths? It seems like it has to be so much more. But, hey, maybe I'm just reading too much into it. You're thinking the same thing, then. My theory is, the mass murder that took place in that room is the incident said to have happened 1 year ago. Like, I get it, I do, but it's just like... Not more? The tragedy is another name for the genocide of the student body. I almost said stupid. What the fuck is wrong with me? Student body of Hope's Peak Academy. If that's true, that would explain why Hope's Peak was forced to close its doors. I mean, I guess all that makes sense, but it's all just so awful. Not just awful, super awful, awfully awful. They're right, it's beyond awful. It's terrible, tragic, hopeless. I mean, these guys are bigging up those 7 murders a lot as well, so, I don't know, maybe. Maybe I'm just jaded. Maybe I'm the weirdo. Maybe I should be like, damn, that is the most tragic thing. But it's just, man. Really, like, that's gonna be it. Like, we pelted a guy to death with, like, 1,000 baseballs. You know, like, there's been a lot more violent things that, like, we've seen with our own eyes in this game so far. How is it that not one of us ever heard something about that, like that happening? Does that mean they really did cover it up? Man, like, who, though? Like, you know, like, who done it? Who did that? Ah. Oh, God, that just kept falling. I just watched the pencil slowly fall down everything that it possibly could. Hey, Byakuya, seems like Toko wants to say something.
What?
So, why are you telling me?
Hey.
Well, because you told her to zip it. I'd forgotten about that. Jesus, man, I know you like torturing her, but come on. Why do fandoms always like the most fucked up character, dude? Like, fandoms fucking love the most fucked up shit they can find. You hear about that fucking manhwa, killing stalking? That shit is some of the most repugnant media I've ever heard of in my entire life. And yet, people are like, oh, wow. Look at the cute boys. That shit's fucking horrifying. I don't understand people, dude. Like, I hate that shit. I can't watch anything like that, you know? I hate all, like, torture-related stuff. It makes me super fucking uncomfortable. I hate it. Toko, if you want to envelop us all in your putrid breath, I won't stop you. You honor me. And don't worry, I took care of the odor problem. Seriously? You're just gonna take it? Shut up and don't interrupt when Master and me are talking. I hate it so much. So what did you want to tell us? Well, I was in a classroom on the 5th floor and something caught my attention. It was this, like, really out of place knife. A knife? Well, this thing is huge. It's like Rambo size.
What?
It's a survival knife of some type. Yes. I believe that's a Bowie knife? Maybe not. I don't know. I'm not like a weapon nerd. But what was it doing in a classroom? How would I know?
Very suspicious.
What are you gonna use that knife for? What are you planning to do it? Like, look, we've been over this fucking Toko situation so many times, okay? Genocide Jack was, like, horrified by the idea that she might have killed someone accidentally. So, you know. I'm not gonna do anything. I just picked it up. I didn't want to leave a knife just laying around.
How about that?
I'd rather have it laying around than in the hands of a serial killer. She's got multiple weapons on her right now. Like, this is the least of your concerns. Don't compare me to her. I'm nothing like her. Listen, more important. Now that we have the knife, what are we gonna do with it?
You know?
We can't let Toko keep it. Guys, there's like 5 knives in the kitchen, like feet away from us. The addition of one more knife is not making anything more dangerous.
What's your problem?
I don't want it anyway. It's too dangerous. So what do we do?
So then,
Why don't you hang on to it, Makoto? They're gonna accuse me of murdering someone. Oh yeah, I totally trust Makoto to take care of it. Then that's that. Makoto, how does this make you feel? They obviously all just, like, I get that this is meant to be like, oh, they trust him, but my interpretation of this is, like, Makoto's gonna do anything. Did you see when he tried to punch Monokuma that one time and he just, like, fell on his own ass? That's how I interpreted it anyway. Hold on, don't I get a say?
It's all clear.
It just shows how much they trust you. You should do as they ask. This is a bizarre thing to be concerned about, given the sheer number of murder weapons that are in this building. Like, there's knives feet away from us. The tool shed is full of murder weapons. So here you go, Makoto. They're acting like I already said yes. I guess there's nothing I can do. I'll just keep it in my desk drawer for now. You might as well keep it on you, dude. Like, you know, you might as well. That's all I wanted to say. Hey, Toko. Do I still have bad breath? Sorry, I'm sorry, it stinks. I'm sorry, it stinks. I'm sorry.
That's fine.
You made a valuable discovery. Good job. Yo, she's gonna fucking come. She's gonna fucking explode right there. Did Master just praise me? Good for you. I'm dreaming. I must be dreaming. I've ever experienced such a dream. I told you. This room's about to get a lot more uncomfortable. Whenever I look at Toko these days, it makes me feel sad. Yeah. Yeah, it do be like that, don't it? God.
You know?
Oh, how I wish that Toko or Byakuya would kill the other. Oh, that would be so fucking good. Oh my god, I'd be so happy if they were both dead. There's a big garden up on the 5th floor, and I found more than one thing to be worried about. Like all those murder weapons. But yo, that knife over there, whoa, that's scary. A stupidly large plant. A chicken coop with a tool shed. Monokuma said it was called a Monokuma Flower. Even touching it seems dangerous, so we have to be careful.
Serious?
It's totally a man-eating plant. I'm pretty sure it's different from the one that lives in the pipe, though. Video game references. He's talking about Metroid. Anyway, that thing must benefit from the sprinkler system as much as everything else in there. Oh yeah, apparently the sprinklers come on every morning at 7:30 on the dot. Yeah, remember that. You don't want to get drenched and catch a cold.
Yeah.
Well, you don't have to worry. They say idiots never catch colds, you know? They do? Well, shit. Why have I caught so many colds, then? Of course not, because idiots never get wet. What are you all talking about? What's that supposed to mean? I think you're thinking of ducks. Okay. I'm starting to worry about you, Hero. Can you tell me what 10 plus 10 is? Hey, come on, you don't always have to call me dumb. I may have been held back 3 times, but that doesn't make me stupid. But if it'll make you happy, I'll answer your dumb question. He's going to say 11. What was the question again? Ah, that would have been so fucking good. Didn't we talk to everyone? Oh wait, no. He had multiple things to say. Right, right. I had to fucking talk to him multiple times. That's right.
You know?
Alright, it's like that. There we go. There are a bunch of chickens in a chicken coop, right? That's right. 5. 5 chickies. I love chickens. Hell yeah, brother. Let's raise them up big and fat. No, we will do no such thing. You shut your dirty mouth. Shh. Hina. Hina. I'm pretty sure that'd kill you. Good talk, guys. I'm glad we talked about that chicken situation there. That definitely improved my life. You noticed it too, huh? That pickaxe? What about the pickaxe? Well, there was a pickaxe in the tool shed. The words crazy diamond had been carved into the handle. Haven't we seen that phrase somewhere before? Crazy diamond. Yeah, that does sound kind of familiar, I think.
It's true.
We've definitely seen that phrase before. Was it on one of the devices Monokuma used during the executions? Oh, no. Oh. Maybe I wasn't thinking too crazy about the jacket. His jacket said the same thing, right? Crazy diamond.
I see.
You're absolutely right. But why would that be on a pickaxe in the garden? Bah.
Could it be?
Mondo must have snuck in there and done it, right? Right.
Not possible.
But we didn't have access to the garden until today.
That's right.
Oh, then maybe Mondo brought it with him when he first came here, and Monokuma confiscated it? Ah, yes. Whenever I'm going anywhere, I always make sure to pack my pickaxe, just in case I have to do a spot of mining. You never know when that's gonna come up. You've always got to be ready for those gold rushes, you know? They'll sneak up on you. Whatever the reason, that's what stuck out to me in the tool shed. The pickaxe connected to Mondo. Well, what stuck out to me wasn't the pickaxe. What did?
Yo.
What I noticed was the lawnmower. I'm thinking maybe we can use it to call for help. Oh, this is gonna be fucking incredible.
Huh?
How are you gonna call for help with a lawnmower?
What the heck?
Yes. I don't know. Maybe I can use it to make crop circles or something. Yes. That's exactly the kind of shit I wanted to hear come from you. That's it, I'm gonna make crop circles.
Well,
And we can use those to call for help. Dude, what if we come out into, like, the main hall one day, and fucking Hero has just written, like, SOS with post-it notes on the floor? What the heck's happened to you? It does feel like he's gotten noticeably stupider as time has gone by, right? Like, he was never especially smart, but it does feel like Hero is degrading. You weren't like this in the beginning, you know.
you know?
Well, back then my personality hadn't quite solidified yet. I didn't think it was possible, but I'm more disappointed in you now than I've ever been. Yeah. Do be like that, don't it? Well, I think that's all the new information we have for now.
Yo.
So what do we do now? Well, starting today, you're all under my command. Fuck off. But before we proceed, I need to figure something out.
No way.
How cocky can you be? You're gonna bust through the ceiling if your head gets any bigger. Then we could write crop circles on his head. What is it you want to figure out? Kyoko's identity.
Well,
Kyoko's identity. But Kyoko is Kyoko, right? Yes, but who is she? The rest of us have a clear, definable reason for having been selected to attend Hope's Peak Academy. Hina's the ultimate swimming pro. Hiro's the ultimate clairvoyant. Makoto is the ultimate lucky student. Even more unlucky than lucky these days. So what about Kyoko? Can anyone tell me what she is? The ultimate question mark, question mark, question mark. What do you mean? Is this a trick question? Now that you mention it, she never told us. Well, Kyoko doesn't really like talking about herself, right? It's not matter of what she likes or doesn't like. This is a matter of trust. It's not matter of what she... Spotted a typo. Can you trust someone who's unwilling to reveal their true identity? To be frank with you, I don't care. Like, nobody in this building owes me anything. They don't need to tell me who they are. I wouldn't have been, like, upset if nobody chose to tell me what their name was. Or what their identity was, so more so. We need to avoid raising a more unnecessary suspicion. So, Kyoko, it's time you told us. This is, like, irrelevant information as far as I'm concerned. I can't. Why won't you tell us?
Wrong.
I didn't say I won't. I said I can't.
What the heck?
What do you mean?
So...
Because I don't remember. This is also not a surprising answer. I have no memory of what I am. You have no memory? You mean... amnesia. This shouldn't really be surprising, given that she asked Monokuma point blank what he did to her body.
What?
This already implied she couldn't remember something. If I thought you had a sense of humor, I'd say you were joking, but if this is a joke, I'm not laughing. Oh, really, Byakuya, you're not laughing. You've always been such a chipper and upbeat person until now. My goodness, whatever will we do without you, you twinkling, beautiful star? You can't be serious right now, can you? I knew you wouldn't believe me. That's why I didn't say anything. Entirely fair. If you refused to answer now, I wouldn't have cared either. But it doesn't matter. Either way, the truth will make itself clear before we're done.
What?
So you have no intention of telling us. Then I can no longer stand by and do nothing.
Hey,
What are you gonna do? Torture me? Nothing so barbaric.
It's all clear.
I will simply limit your options. I can't allow you to engage in any further suspicious activity. Who do you think you are?
what?
Limit my options?
Just give up.
Oh, yeah. Oh, wow. Oh, that's perfectly reasonable, dude. Oh, yeah. Oh. What a normal thing to say. Good old Byakuya just having another normal one, huh? She can't go to sleep in her room. She'll be breaking a school regulation. And if she doesn't want that, she'll talk. It's easy. All she has to do is tell us about her. Shut the fuck up, you fucking weirdo. What is wrong with you? It's like you're a fucking alien. Holy shit. I couldn't understand why anyone liked this guy at the fucking start of the game. Like, every day, it just gets worse and worse. Byakuya is easily the stupidest person in this entire building. He is worse than Hiro. Because at least Hiro doesn't think he's any smarter than he actually is. But they're like, what's he gonna do? Just say no.
That's fine.
What is wrong with you? Just say no. What's wrong with you all? Why are you all this way? Why are you all so fucking stupid? Held out her room key to him. Why? Why do you refuse to talk? You fucking idiot. Oh my god. And now he's surprised that she's doing this. What is wrong with you? Obviously she was going to just do it if you pressed her like this. She was already not afraid to just not lock her room. And now he's fucking surprised. What a little bitch, dude. Don't make a bluff if you're not ready to be called on it. Fucking hell. Whether I want to or not, I can't. All I can do is keep telling you that.
So,
If you really think about it, it doesn't sound totally impossible. This is the worst school ever, where only the worst stuff happens, right? Amnesia would fit right in.
However,
The worst school, where only the worst things happen. Do you really mean that? Huh?
hey,
Can you really be sure that life here has been filled with only the worst things? What do you mean? What if we lived in a simulation, you know? What if the world outside of this simulation... Anyway, perhaps I've said too much. Kyoko then turned her back on us and without a word began to walk away. Where do you think you're going?
goodbye.
Don't worry, I'm not going to do anything to harm any of you. Those were her last words as she left. Kyoko's last words. Well, that was ominous. That's an ominous way of putting it. Is Kyoko about to fucking die? The dining hall was silent. The only sound was the door opening and closing as Kyoko left the room.
What the heck?
What's her deal?
but
I think you went too far taking her key like that. For her, that wasn't far enough. Or maybe she gets off on the attention. I can't believe her. Enjoying getting yelled at. Yeah, I bet you can't. That'd be really fucking weird, wouldn't it? What kind of person would do that?
Stop talking.
You're getting noisy again, Toko.
Come on.
Sorry, I can still hear you. The sound of you breathing, of your heart beating, it grates on me. Over there, engaging in classic thought behavior. The inhalation and exhalation of oxygen. Are you telling her to die? I mean, I know how you feel, but... Alright, murderer. But what's Kyoko gonna do now? Plus, the situation, it's just like before. It's no different from when everyone started accusing Sakura. And I'm no different either. I can't stop anyone. What the hell? Why are you yelling all of a sudden?
because, I mean,
Well. Hey, Monokuma. It's you! How long have you been standing there? I like to imagine he's actually been stood in the middle of the table and they're just all that stupid. I'm very, very angry. Angry at what? At the thief! Yes, that's right. I'm very sad to tell you there's a thief in your midst. What? My precious. Movie references. They stole it. You're precious.
Your teacher had such faith in you. And this is how you repay me? With betrayal?
Our options are pretty limited in here, dude. What got stolen? Like, we can't go very many places. Reality is filled with so much hardship, isn't it? No wonder people run away into their fantasies. What the heck is your precious? Shut up! I hope all of you get stuck in a hiring freeze and die penniless on the street. Way ahead of you on that one, brother. Don't worry.
What the heck?
And he's gone. What the heck was that all about?
so,
He said something about his precious getting stolen. Does anyone have any idea what that might mean? I mean, it's entirely not open to, like, interpretation. We just don't know what the precious is. It likely has something to do with Kyoko. Oh, almost certainly. Who else other than her would be willing and able to steal something from Monokuma? Did Kyoko really steal something from Monokuma? What was it? Why would she do that? I'm guessing it's whatever told her, what was the name she said? Mariko? Mariko? Something like that?
This is as such.
Probably should have wrote it down.
Okay then. So
Oh no, we need to get out of here.
You know?
We can talk about this more tomorrow, and about Kyoko. However, after what just happened with Monokuma and Kyoko, I feel like something in the air. I would suggest you take extra precautions tonight. Stay in your rooms, don't go wandering around. Who would do such a thing? No one would ever.
well,
Not like we need you to tell us that. Well then, let's disperse. I'll see you all tomorrow. God, I hate him so fucking much, dude. Following his lead, each of us went back to our rooms. Ah, that's right. I need to put the knife away that I got from Toko. I think the safest place will be in my desk drawer. Is Kyoko really gonna be okay? She can't get into her room. What's she gonna do? Isn't there anything I can do? I mean, y'all could have been less fucking weird about it.